There are two new phones from Oppo F series, the F29 and F29 Pro. Both of these phones are on a different level in terms of durability. They even asked me to freeze one and I did it. It took me around 8 to 10 hours, but since I didn't have much time, I took it out while it was still frozen. Now I have to break it to see if it still works. That's the level of durability they claim. Not just freezing, I have also done a water test, drop test, scratch test and more. Let's see how much it can withstand. Of course, I can only do all these tests if the phone is still functional. So let's break it and see. You're watching Time to Unbox and I'm Sugumar. Come, let's break it. It took more than 12 hours. It's already been 10 hours. Freezing it completely took around 15 to 20 hours. We left it overnight to freeze, placing it inside the freezer with ice cubes. Freezing a phone like this takes a lot of time. We poured water inside, but we couldn't take the phone out of the freezer easily because it had frozen solid in the middle. To remove it, we had to break the ice. Let's do it now. The phone is still inside the ice block. We can see it. It is on. Can you believe it? Even after being frozen, it's working fine. We kept it in the sun for a while to defrost. There's another model, the base model. We tested the Pro version first. They claimed it has 29% more durability. We froze this one separately in a bucket, but we are not going to break it in a normal way. We are going to try something different. Now let's pour some water over it. This one has also been completely frozen. Let's break it and see. Are you ready? It's scratching a little, but look at that. It's still on. No issues at all. Let's wipe it dry. It's still working perfectly. They also mentioned water resistance. So let's test that now. First, we tested its IP68 rating. We dropped it directly into the water. The height wasn't very high, but the water was full of chlorine, making it hard to see the phone once it sank. On the first drop, we found it easily, but on the second one, it blended in and we lost track of it for a moment. The display has a special coating. Just like how Lotus leaves repel water, this phone doesn't retain a single drop. Even the wet touch response works perfectly. This one even has an IP69 rating, meaning no matter from which side water hits, the phone should remain unaffected. We have the equipment to test this. Shall we do it? We tested both the display and the back panel. The most important part is the ports. That's where water usually seeps in, but when we tested that area, the phone remained completely dry inside. If water had entered, we would have seen moisture near the camera bump, but there was nothing. It survived both the ice test and direct water immersion. No issues at all so far. Now let's move on to the durability test. We have focused on water resistance so far, but can it survive drops? Oppo claims this phone has a 360-degree armored body for ultimate durability. Even if it falls, it shouldn't be damaged. Let's put it to the test. I'm testing this live for you. First, let's check what happens when it falls from pocket height. Nothing happened. Let's increase the height and test again. Some water is coming out, but the phone is still intact. Even the side body remains undamaged. Let's drop it from an even higher position. Now let's test a flat display drop. If the phone falls face down, will the screen crack? Listen to the sound. How does it feel? Let's increase the height. If it survives this, then it's truly impressive. Nothing happened. The display is still perfectly fine. For the next test, we'll simulate a real-life scenario. What if the phone falls while rolling downstairs? Since we don't have an extra person for this demo, I'm going to act it out myself. Let's see. If it falls from a pocket while walking, will it survive? Let's find out. It is paining a lot. Take a look. This corner has a mark, but only when pressed hard. Passed. We have tested the mobile in water and with a key because it has an IP69 rating. However, don't test it just because you are buying it. If you test it and water goes inside, it won't be covered under warranty. So take extra protection for your mobile. Durability is good enough. Let's see how it performs. Now let's remove the upper wrapper. The Oppo F29 Pro branding is mentioned on the front and some spec details are given on the back side. If you cut the seal and open the box inside, you will find a small box containing a SIM ejector tool and a user manual. They have also provided a sticker for attaching the tempered glass and a transparent case. Next, let's check out the mobile itself. Remove the upper wrapper and turn on the device. The case they provided has extra cushioning, giving additional protection to the mobile. Oppo has also included an 80-watt fast charging adapter along with a Type-C cable. One of the highlights of this phone is its design. Recently, silicon carbon battery technology was introduced, which increases battery capacity while keeping the phone thin. This mobile weighs only 180 grams, making it lightweight. The thickness is just 7.55 millimeters, making it comfortable for single-handed use. If you prefer slim smartphones, this will be a great choice. The side frame has a matte finish and is made of plastic. The back panel is also plastic. We have the marble white color variant, but it is also available in black. The color in our hand has a smooth feel. Depending on the angle, the gradient effect appears different. Overall, the design gives a simple yet elegant look. Oppo provided an in-display fingerprint scanner, which is fast and responsive. There is also face unlock, which works quickly quickly. The phone has a dual SIM slot at the bottom along with a Type-C port and a speaker. It features a stereo speaker setup delivering 300% louder and clearer sound. A dual noise cancellation microphone is placed at the top. The volume rocker and power button are located on the right side. Before moving on to the display, many people have doubts about scratch resistance, so we tested the durability level. First, I scratched it with a SIM ejector tool, no visible marks. Then I tried a keychain, again no noticeable scratches. Even when scratched with a knife, there was no major damage. This is because the phone comes with Gorilla Glass Victus 2 protection, which is a good addition. The Oppo F29 Pro features a quad curve display, meaning it has slight curves on all four sides. The bezels are uniform, making the display look immersive. It has a 6.7-inch FHD plus AMOLED panel with a 10-bit color depth. The refresh rate is 120 Hz, which dynamically switches between 60 Hz, 90 Hz, and 120 Hz for a smooth experience. It also supports HDR. For those who use their phone extensively at night, Oppo has included 2160 Hz PWM dimming to reduce eye strain. The peak brightness claimed by the brand is 1200 nits. I tested it both indoors and under direct sunlight, and the brightness level is quite good, making the display easily visible outdoors. Overall, the display quality is excellent. The phone runs on ColorOS 15 based on Android 15. As per the latest updates, the security patch is available up to February. Oppo promises 2 years of Android updates and 3 years of security patch updates. In my opinion, extending it for another year would have been better. The pre-installed bloatware is manageable, though it would have been better without preloaded hard games and apps. Fortunately, most of them can be disabled. The phone includes AI features such as AI summary, screen translation, and AI writing assistance. For editing, if a photo appears blurry, the AI can unblur it. There is also an option to remove objects from images. Let it enhance the normal photo a little more. They have provided the same features. What they are saying is that normally in a lift, if it is on the ground floor, you won't get a proper signal. However, with this network, they claim that the signal strength will be boosted by 300%. Even in an office where the signal is usually weak, this network provides better connectivity. When making a call, it ensures a smooth and uninterrupted experience. Now coming to the camera setup, the selfie camera on the front is 16 megapixels. For video recording, it supports 1080p DAW at 30 frames per second and 60 frames per second, as well as 4K recording. On the back, it has a dual camera setup, with the primary sensor being a 50 megapixel camera with an f1.8 aperture and OIS support. From the sample photos, the image output looks good. Additionally, there is a 2 megapixel depth sensor. For video recording on the rear camera, it supports a maximum of 4K at 30 fps, while 1080p recording is available at both 30 fps and 60 fps. With OIS support, video stabilization is good. Overall, the 50 megapixel camera delivers decent image quality. Moving on to the battery, it has a 6000 mAh capacity with 80 watt fast charging support. According to the brand, it takes only 54 minutes to charge from 0 to 100%. For normal usage, battery life should be excellent. Now let's talk about performance. This device is powered by the MediaTek Dimensity 7300 energy processor. Before discussing real-world performance, let's check the benchmark scores. It scores above 6 lakhs in AnTuTu. On Geekbench, the single-core score is 1000 and the multi-core score is 2920. In the Wildlife Extreme Stress Test, stability is at 99.2%, which is a solid score. CPU throttling is at 72%. The device we tested has 8GB RAM and 128GB storage. In terms of performance, if you are a gamer, this device is not for you. However, for daily use and lag-free experience, the processor performs well. Casual gaming is possible at medium settings, providing a smooth experience. If you are considering a pro model and the price is high, Oppo is launching the F29. Before checking that, let's take a look at the Pro version. If you like Oppo, this could be a good choice. Even if you drop it, it should be protected. The design is slim. If you want a bright display, good battery life, and fast charging, this device is suitable for you. Performance and camera quality are decent. The F29 has better durability with an IP68 rating, meaning it can handle dust and water splashes, which would provide additional protection. We tested the device in various conditions. The design is boxy with a plastic build. It weighs 185 grams and has a thickness of 7.65 millimeters, which is good considering the 6500 mAh battery capacity. The battery life should last more than 1.5 days, making it a great choice for those who prioritize battery backup. For fast charging, the Pro model supports 80 watt charging. It has 45 watts and taking around 84 minutes for a full charge. The F29 also features a 360-degree armored body for added durability. We conducted various durability tests, including a water test and drop test. It even withstood a direct hit on the SIM slot, but the display was slightly affected. The sound quality remained good, and overall it passed both durability tests successfully. Now coming to the display, it features a 6.7-inch Full HD plus AMOLED panel with a 120Hz refresh rate and HDR10 support. Gorilla Glass 7 provides scratch protection. The OS and features remain the same as the Pro model. The camera setup is similar, but the sensor is slightly different. The processor is Snapdragon 6 Gen 1. In benchmarks, it scores above 590,000 in AnTuTu. In the extreme stress test, stability is 99.4% and CPU throttling is 71%. The device we tested had 8GB RAM and 128GB storage. For daily use, performance is good. Personally, I prioritize durability over gaming performance, so I found it to be a reliable choice. I have covered all the key features of both devices. As for the Oppo F29 Pro, the official pricing is 8GB RAM plus 128GB storage, 28,000 rupees. 8GB RAM plus 256GB storage, 30,000 rupees. The Oppo F29 is priced at 8GB RAM plus 128GB storage, 24,000 rupees. 8GB RAM plus 256GB storage, 26,000 rupees. If you found this video useful, don't forget to like and share it with your friends. Support Time to Unbox.